Sorry about that, guys. It cut off mid-sentence. So I apologize, but here is part 2. Okay, so here we see we go right again where our y is at. Our y is at for the second line is at 0. Okay, I'm going to start there. I asked myself the exact same questions. Is the shading above or below? It is above. So above tells me greater than. All right, it is a solid line, so I am or equal to. Okay, the other lines that you have to worry about, you have to worry about this one right here. Okay, this one's nice and easy. All right, the slope is what you need to look for first. So you find 2 solid points. I believe those 2 work. Okay, if I look at this, this literally tells me go up 2 over 1. So in this case, my slope for my red line would be 2. Okay, and I look for the y-intercept again is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So that looks like it happens at 0. I do not need to write plus 0. Not worth it. Okay, I asked myself the same exact questions I just asked. Is the shading above or below? In this case, if you look at it, the shading is below. Because of this, I would use less than. It is a solid line though, so I need the or equal to. The last line and the toughest line about this one is this one here. Okay? What's nice about it is that the line's slope is the exact same. It is indeed 2x. Okay? The hard part about this is you have to visualize where the y-intercept is, and how you're going to do that is you are going to use that slope. Okay? So every time we go up 2, we go right 1. Okay, if we want to go the opposite direction, we got to go down 2 and left 1. Repeat this till our x-coordinate is 0. When that happens, the y-coordinate is -8. Okay, that is the toughest one on here. Just try your best. Okay, I look at my shading. My shading is above, so that would give me a greater than. All right, it is still a solid line, so I have the or equal to. Okay, so again, that is probably the toughest one on here. Try your best. Okay, number 17. All right, Arangelo has 34 total jelly beans. Okay, he's got cherry jelly beans, he's got strawberry jelly beans, and he's got lemon flavored jelly beans. Okay, and he's got 34. All right. We also know that 3 times the amount of cherry plus his lemon is 18 of those jelly beans. Okay, and we also know that he has exactly 6 lemon jelly beans. So this is just reverse substitution. Start with that 6, sub it in. Okay, as I do this, all right, I sub in 6 for L. So 3 times my cherry jelly beans plus my 6 lemon jelly beans gives me 18. Okay, subtract that 6. 3 times my cherry jelly beans is equal to 12. So that gives me the fact that I now have 4 cherry jelly beans. Okay, to get strawberry, plug in the 4, plug in the 6. Okay, 4 cherry plus whatever strawberry plus 6 lemon gives me 34. Okay, so 4 plus 6, nice and easy, it's 10. All right, and you subtract 10 from 34, so he has 24 strawberry jelly beans. Okay, again, reverse substitution on this. All right, 18 is the exact same work. Okay, you start with that z and work your way up. So in this case, z is 8, so I'm going to start with the y statement. So 5y minus z. Okay, z is 8 is equal to 17. So I go ahead and I add 8. I am left with 25 here. So y is equal to 5. I need to solve for x. So in this case, it is x plus y plus z is equal to 27. I go ahead and I subtract my 8 and my 5 here. So x is going to be 14. Okay, now, guys, the answer for this one, all right, is going to be written as a point. Okay, in this case for us, all points are going to go x, y, z. So what does that mean? That means x is 14, y is 5, and z is 8. Okay, so that's how that answer will be written. Okay, number 19, again, another difficult question, okay? And there will be fractions involved, so just, again, try your best. So what we have here, first thing we notice is we have our lines M and M have no solution. That tells me that those lines are inconsistent and that they are parallel. So that means to me also that they have the same slope. So I'm going to start by finding the slope. Remember, if we are in standard form, the slope of the line is the opposite of A over B. Okay, so for us, A is 2, so the opposite would be negative 2. Okay, B is 6. I look if I can reduce this. I can. All right, it's going to reduce to negative 1/3. Now I got to go back into this formula, which is known as point slope. Okay, so point slope we've used before, so hopefully you remember this. Okay, it's just a series of plugins. Okay, so y minus 2, I get that 2 from my point over here. All right, is equal to negative 1/3. That is very important. We pulled that slope from our original line, which is right here. That's my original line. We pulled the slope from there. Okay, x minus 1. Okay, distribute you negative 1/3. You have y minus 2 is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 1/3. Go ahead and add your 2 over, so that is going to be negative 1/3 x plus 7 over 3. Okay, now, guys, it's asking for the y-intercept. The y-intercept is your term without the x, so my y-intercept is at 7 over 3. Okay, again, difficult question, just do your best. Okay, number 20, okay, just go ahead and eliminate, all right? Go subtract your 2 lines here, 4x minus x, that is 3x. Okay, for those of you that were not here, remember that we changed this. On your paper it says 25, it needs to be 5 for that second line for this to work. Okay, 20 minus 5 is 15, x is 5. I'm not even going to go bother and plug that back in because if I look at my answers, there's only one answer where x is 5, and that is C, so I can stop my work right there. Okay, this next one, Fran has 21 monetary bills in their wallet that amount to 175, so we've got some type of this bill, some type of that bill, and there's 21 of them. Okay, we know that these dollar bills, we have $5 bills, we have $10 bills. Okay, and there's $175 in this person's wallet. Okay, so what we can do, we can substitute or we can eliminate. But again, I am focusing on elimination because I like it better. All right, so in this case, choose your elimination. So I'm going to eliminate my x's, so I'm going to multiply by negative 5. When I do that, I am left with negative 5x minus 5y is equal to negative 105, okay? Do your subtraction, 5x minus 5x is 0, there's your elimination. 10y minus 5y is 5y, okay? 175 minus 105 is 70. That is going to leave me with y is equal to 14. Go ahead, plug that 14 back in. So x plus 14 is equal to 21. Subtract your 14, x is 7. All right, that is your first free response question. Everything else up to that point was multiple choice. Okay, we have inequalities here at the end. So remember that we need our dotted lines versus solid, and we also need to shade. Okay, so this top line I'm going to do in red. All right, y is less than negative 2x minus 3. We start at that minus 3. That is going to be on the y-axis. Okay, then it says to go down 2, right 1. So down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. Okay, you can go the opposite way, which is up to left 1, up to left 1, up to left 1, and so on, right? I can just continue this all the way up the graph. Okay, is this dotted or solid? You look at your inequality symbol. In this case, it is less than. There is no or equal to, so therefore, it is dotted. So we leave it exactly how it is. Okay, I'll come back to shading in a second. We'll do the second line in blue. Okay, it says x plus 4. So I'm going to start at positive 4, which is right here. Okay, my slope is 1 over 1. That's so simple. It's just the next dash over. It's great, okay? Since these are inequalities, I am not looking at where they intersect. I'm looking at where the shading intersects, okay? In this case, we have the or equal to, so it is a solid line. All right, the shading for this. It says greater than, so greater is above. So above this blue line would be anything that is above it, okay? All right, for the red line. All right, it is less than, so it's anything that is below the red line. So below the red line is over here. Okay, again, we're looking where the shading overlaps. In this case, my two colors overlap. So blue and red are both in this corner over here. So I'll color it green so we can actually see it. Again, guys, just maybe bring a second color to class, maybe a pen instead of a pencil, so that way when you do this, you can see the overlap pretty clearly and just darken that shading in that area. Okay, the last one here, hopefully I can get through it. Okay, y is -4. That's the easiest graph you can ever do. Okay, so I go straight to -4, and I go ahead and I just keep making dots across that line. All right, it is a less than scenario, right? Yeah, it's a less than scenario, so it's not going to be solid, right? So I know it's dotted, so I'm gonna leave this. All right, the shading is really easy. It's less than, so it's gonna be underneath. Okay, for my blue line here, I gotta do a little bit of work. Okay, you can convert this into y equals mx plus b, or you can remember that the slope is the opposite of a over b. Okay, so the opposite of a over b would be -4/2. In other words, -2. Okay, and the y-intercept for this is going to be c over b. So that would be 10/2, which is just 5. Okay, so there's my start. I'm going to start at 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I go down to right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, and so on, right? Okay, all the way down. All right, and I can go the opposite way as well. All right, I go ahead and I notice that it is over equal to, so I'm going to draw this to a solid line. Okay, I have a greater than, so greater than would be above, so anything above this blue line. Okay, all right, and then for the red, it is less than, so it is below, so anything below. Again, I am looking for where the overlap is. The overlap is in this corner, so that is where I'm going to darken my shading. All right, so guys, hopefully we can do well on this, and I know we can. Just be careful of your signs. Try your best, all right? Other than that, if you have questions, please email me before 10 o'clock, because that's when I'm going to go to bed. All right.